What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around, and we are back. We are back from a hiatus. Kind of went tilt on Friday, and in addition to a red day, I kind of just got sloppy with my trading. So after I finished up on Friday, I just needed a reset. Needed a reset for my eyes. I needed a reset for my brain. And I stepped away from this computer that I'm sitting at the entire weekend. This is actually the first time that I'm sitting back down at it to get this recap done. Only computer that I used over the weekend was the one that I used to make money out in my shop. And I didn't want to sit at this one. It cost me some money. So we are back getting a recap done for trades taken today, which was a green day. Friday, we lost a little over 1 hour, almost an hour and a half. Today, pretty much made the exact same back, minus a couple of dollars. So good with that. I was good with that. This is actually the second time that I'm doing this recap. Because the first one I noticed I had some information on the screen that I really didn't want to have on the screen. So getting this one done again, let's go ahead. Let's pull up the thumbnail watch list real quick. Take a peek at what we were watching. And that's it. You see it. Somewhat of a chop fest. Lily looks good. Lily, I put an order. Lily is right up here. Upper left. Put an order in on that one to take a trade as I was leaving in the morning, and I took that trade back out of the system. This thing would have worked to perfection. This one would have worked to perfection, but it'd be like that sometimes. The trades that you don't take are the trades that just bang out. X-ray was another one. And we'll look at this one because I did take some trades on X-ray. Made, what, 50 bucks? Small base hit day today. But all of these trades, I do believe, would have hit target. And we'll take a look at that when we go over into ThinkorSwim. We're going to review these in ThinkorSwim. But let's go ahead, pull up TRADERVUE. Before we look at this, we can look over here. Look at this red day. We lost $132.74 on Friday. I did go through and look at those trades that I were taking. I won't torture y'all with looking at those. I may try to do a video just reviewing a couple of them, but ugly day in the market, man. Just not really trading how I should have been trading. So my mindset coming in this morning was that we are not going to do that. We're not going to have a repeat of what we did Friday. One of the things that I was doing was looking at other stocks that weren't really on my watch list. So this morning coming in, spent good time finding some ideas to trade. And my thought was, I am only going to focus on those. Usually, I'll kind of scroll through the previous Hive Day scanner, looking for other ideas if the stocks that I got on my watch list aren't really doing anything. What I told myself is that I'm going to look at maybe the first 3 on that watch list. After that, I'm going to just focus on what's on my thumbnail watch list and just look for patterns to form. So that was the game plan going in this morning. But reviewing trades for Monday, November 14th. Took 6 trades this morning. Friday, I think I took like 19 or something crazy. Closed P&L 131.89. And this is what we did. As you can see, just little scalps almost. But the idea was base hits. Let me just get some base hits. Let me get some 1R trades in. But like I said, when we look at these, we'll see that pretty much all of these would have hit target. So let's go ahead. Let's jump right on into ThinkorSwim and take a look and see what we did. Something else I want to talk about real quick before we do that. I got to kick myself, y'all. I took 2 puts on the SPY today in my Webull account. First one right here, as this goes back down to the VWAP. I didn't get any of this. I got in, this thing kind of popped. I moved my stop to break even. This thing came back up, tagged me, and then you see what it did. So I'm like, okay, you beat me, SPY. Took another one. Got in right here. Came down. I moved my stop. Locked in a little profit. Boom. Came, tagged me. Bam. This one, just to give you an idea. Just to give you an idea. This one here, I paid $115 for it. Paid $115. When I checked, and it was down here, that contract was trading for $237. I made maybe $2. This one right here, I paid $101 for it. I remember these numbers because it's like, what was you doing, dude? Paid $101 for it. This was a $396 contract. This was a $395 contract. Paid $101. Sold it for about $116. Made a few dollars on it. This one was sitting at like $176 at the close of the market. So I left buku money on the table on those. And the crazy thing was, on that last one that I took, I told myself, hold it to the end of the day. Hold it to the end of the day. And I didn't. I didn't do it. And I gave up all of that money. So that was my Webull plays. But let's go ahead. Let's jump on into what we were trading today. First trade this morning has. Let's change that to that right there. And now we can see the orders. There we go. I figured that out. I had these things turned to 1 day instead of 2 day. Put them on 2 day, and then it shows you a little better. So first trade of the morning, we got in at 58.77. Getting in as this is just kind of junking up right here. We took 80 shares. Let me grab my cheat sheet here. 80 shares. Is that right? Yeah, we took 80 shares. This thing is saying that it had a $5 stop. Is that right? Let's highlight one of these candles. That might have been half of the problem right there. That's half the problem. This had a stop of about 90 cents maybe. This had a spread on it. You could tell it had a spread by these whippy candles. So I don't know. I guess that's right. I'm looking at this. So an 80-cent spread, or give it, say 90-cent spread, $1. Accounting for the spread, that's about right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. $1 stop, giving it extra room. Whippy, so we're going to count for the whip. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, but so let's see. With that going $1, we would have needed 59.77. to give us 1R. So this would have came short on giving us 1R, but we could have almost got the 1R out of it. So that was first trade. Second trade, GFI. GFI getting in as it is moving up and then kind of curling. 1,000 shares, that's pretty good. We got in at 11, basically 15, 11, 14, 9. So we'll drop it right there. Getting in as it's breaking this, we took 1,000 shares. That's a 10-cent stop. Let's highlight that candle. That candle is 8 cents. So stop is going to be just on the bottom side. That's a good entry. 10 cents, we need it to go 20 from 11.14. 11.34 is target. Target is up here. This would have never come back and stopped us out. We got out on this pullback for 11.20. So got out as it's pulling back down. Aggressive entry. This was an aggressive entry. Better entry would have been over here. Better entry right there. 6 cents. We can go ahead and give it 10 cents all the way back down. And entry would have been, guess what? 11.14. And we need the same 20 cents. And now we're not worried. This thing is just running. First area of concern right there. Look at what it did. First area of concern. Boom. First area of concern back over here. Boom. But it broke through. Now the ceiling becomes the floor, and now it's acting as a floor. So this one here would have hit target. Let's take a peek at JD. We took 2 trades on JD this morning. Let's look at the first one, 51.15. This one here, just playing this for a quick pop. Quick pop. Didn't have this line on the chart though. This line, as you can see, I ended up dropping it right there. And that was for the second half of the trade. But getting in right here for a quick pop, it didn't give the pop, so I got right back out. Let's see, 400 shares. It's a 25-cent stop. Highlight that candle, 15. So gave this a little extra room back down. Let's see though, this one possibly would have stopped us out, but again, aggressive entry. Yeah, this one would have stopped us out looking at it, and just made a few bucks on it, basically getting out flat. When it didn't pop and go, get that stop to break even. Free trade at that point. It's either going to work or we going to get out flat. Second trade. Got in this one, 51.31. Boom, right as it is breaking this area. Another 400 shares. Let's highlight that one, 17 cents. Giving it extra room again. Same thing. Popped. Expecting this move here to come back up to here. Look at what it did. Look at what it did. Came just about to right there, roll back over, didn't break it. So when it didn't break it and continue, again, stop is going to break even. Made 21 on that trade. So made a few bucks. And then X-Ray. X-Ray was the last one. Took 2 trades on this one today. Both of these shorts. Let me go ahead and do that right there. This first one we got in, what's that, 31.34? Yep, looked like 31.34. We'll drop that arrow right there. As it's coming down, we grab 300 shares. Look at the sheet. About a 30-cent stop. That was about a 30-cent stop. So we putting the stop up here, giving it extra room. This one never looked back. We could have traded this all the way down. So let's see. We got in at 34. So 31.04 was 1R. Let's see where 3104. So let's come over. We're hitting 1R right there. And then 3070 is target. So I'm going to come down to 3070, then I'm going to drag it over. Right there. So this one would have hit target, and that one would have hit target. That right there has a little less of a stop. 400 shares, that's a 25-cent stop. We got in at 31, so we need 30.95 for 1R. We'll come down, come over. Nope. Pull back up. We're catching target. We're catching 1R over here, and we're catching target there. So had we let these trades work, we would have hit target on both of those. But we made 15 on the first one. We made 58. Oh, I'm sorry. Made 5 on the first one, 44 on the second one. And I got to pause this real quick. All right, I am back. That was Amazon dropping off a package. Cool beans. But that was it for the day, y'all. That was it. As you can see, I kept it fairly simple, kept it fairly straightforward. Came in with a plan, came in with expectations on the trades. Now, those last ones that I took on X-ray, they weren't pullbacks. So that's why the expectation on it was like not really to hold it. And I'm gonna go back real quick, just so we can take a peek at these real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you have not subscribed, please think about subscribing. But I'm gonna show you what I mean on these as far as pullbacks. So this is the move down. I bought right there into the move down to continue going down. This is the pullback. That's like where I should have been buying, was right there. And I'm going to come up on the 5-minute. There is a good pullback right there, right up in here. You can trade it back down to about right there. First area of concern. Look at where that first area of concern come to. And that's why I said, when you can kind of look at these charts and see it, it's like, okay, just because it's coming to this first area don't mean that I necessarily got to get out of the trade, but let's just start paying attention. Look at the volume in this candle. Heavy volume. That's sell pressure. So even though it's right here, that's sell pressure. Don't fear getting out. Next candle, half the volume. It's not a lot of buying pressure in there. So like real time, I need to be looking at that and saying, you don't necessarily need to be scared out of that trade. Buyers aren't really stepping up. Now, if this green candle had just as much volume as that red candle or more, now I need to be concerned. Now I need to be thinking about getting the stop back to break even. But that wasn't a concern. This wasn't a trade that I took, but I'm just kind of trying to explain it. So get in right there. Selling pressure is massive. Next candle, buying pressure is not as strong. Next candle, sellers get back in control, push it back down. That trade right there probably went 4 to 5R, had that been a trade that I took. By then, I was done. I traded basically right at an hour this morning. So what's that? $132 an hour? It's not bad. Not bad. A lot of people will look at that and say, well, that wasn't really that much. But when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, like I said, $132 an hour, no formal education in a job that you're performing, I think that's pretty good. But we're going to wrap it up right there. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you hadn't already hit the like button, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. We can always continue the conversation in the comments. That does help me in these YouTube streets. So don't think that getting down there commenting does not go unnoticed, and it does not help. So we'll be back at this thing again tomorrow, and I am out of here. Peace. Oh, before I go, man, I'm heavy into airplanes. I love airplanes, any and everything airplanes. Used to go to air shows all the time. Please pray for those families that lost loved ones in that tragic mid-air collision at the air show in Dallas this weekend. Veterans Day air show. And there were several veterans that were flying those planes. A couple of them were actual retired airline captains. So please keep them in your prayers as well. And I'm going to keep y'all in mind. Peace.